Welcome to The Actor's Choice, where the actors and actresses have a chance to talk about themselves and their careers. Join us now for the next hour as we explore the marvelous industry of acting by actors and actresses from today's exciting show business world. And now, direct from Hollywood, here's your host, Ron Brewington.
Hi everybody, I'm Ron Brewington, and this is The Actor's Choice. Welcome. Brought to you by Photography is an Art, Harvey Brandman, Master Photographer, located at 1307 North San Fernando Boulevard, Burbank, California. And attorney Ron Irwin's new book, High Co, Style, Passion, Heart. And actor Larry Buford's Back to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule. And State Farm agent Carla Green, who says, and like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Roll it.
This is our place. This is our crew. I'm gonna take care of all of us.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've just seen the results of work completed by our first guest today. She makes black comedies that are historically bent, totally perverse, joyfully irreverent, and concerned with issues of identity, pop culture, and contemporary American society. Whew, that's a mouthful. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Sigrid Gilmer. Thank you, Sigrid. Thank you so much for coming down today. That's a lot of work you've done there. And that's one of your projects that we just saw.
Yeah.
Tell us about that project, please.
That is Claws. It is on TNT, and it is, I'm one of the writers for the show.
But now there's first session and a second session. Which one were you in?
This is season three, which is going to be premiering in June. And I was writer for season 3 and then for season 2 as well.
Wow, got your hands in there. How do you get ideas for a show like that?
Well, I didn't create it. The creator of the show, Elliot Lawrence, is the one who came up for the idea of that. And we basically sit in the room and kind of flesh out his ideas and bring story and make up stories.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because Niecy Nash, she plays a hell of a role.
Yeah, she does an amazing job.
Yes, she does.
Amazing job.
It's amazing to go from being the wife of a preacher to being a murderer. Quite a role. Now, where are you originally from?
I am originally from Pittsburgh, California.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
No, California. Pittsburgh, California.
There's a Pittsburgh,
Everybody
California?
does that. Yes, there is.
As the words of my brother, excuse me.
Yes, it is. There is. It's about an hour northeast of San Francisco, so out in the suburbs.
Out in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
California. We have no H on the end of our Pittsburgh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, you wrote a play back in 2012, where you got really started. This play was so good it put you on the national theater scene. I bet that was a lot of fun.
That was. I had the play produced in Cincinnati, in Chicago, Maryland, and Baltimore, in New York. I did a workshop of it here. It's called Harry and the Thief.
Harry and the Thief.
Yeah.
Storyline, please.
It is about a professional thief, Mimi, who gets blackmailed into traveling back in time with a cache of arms for Harriet Tubman to start a revolution.
Harriet Tubman?
It's a comedy, yeah.
How many trips did she make back and forth?
I want to say 700, but I think I might be mixing that up with the number. I think it's either 300 or 700. I don't know exactly.
But it was a lot.
It was a lot. It was a lot. How about that? It was a lot of people.
She could certainly have used some weaponry, couldn't
she? She could have. It would have made a lot of difference. Things might be different.
Like I said, I hate to tell you this in front of everybody, but my favorite 4-letter word is idea. That's my favorite 4. I love that word because with that word you can get thoughts about stuff. You get an idea, put it together like you do as a playwright, and it's just words on a piece of paper. So how does it feel when you see these actors and actresses reading your play?
It's a mixed thing. It's exhilarating. It's also a little nerve-wracking. It's a little surreal because it exists in my head first, and so I know it in a certain way. So to see it realized in 3 dimensions in like human time and space is quite odd. It's quite odd, but it's exciting. It's nice because it the play becomes separate
Yes.
from yourself.
Right.
It becomes something outside of me. So that's really exciting. And to see other people put their artistry and talent into something is remarkable.
Did you take your mother and family to see the plays?
Yeah, my parents have. My parents did see all of my plays, even from growing up. They were really supportive.
And their thoughts?
Huh?
And their thoughts?
Both my stepdad and my mom are both deceased, so they don't have any thoughts anymore. But when they were still around, they were always supportive. They liked my stuff. They had good senses of humor.
What do you do to keep the brain current, to keep it active, to get ideas? What do? You go places, visit things?
I read a lot.
Okay.
I read a ton. I watch a lot of TV, watch movies. I listen to music. Yeah, basically that. Yeah, I just try to just follow my instincts and follow what I'm interested in, and just kind of go that way.
So I get the flavor that you haven't had the play yet. The play, the one that you've wanted of all time. You haven't had that play yet, have you?
What, the one play that?
Yes.
That what? That
you've always wanted, but you haven't had it yet.
I don't know. I don't know if it's out there. Who knows?
It's in here.
Maybe, yeah. We'll see. I hope to write lots of, I hope to write till I die, so I hope to have a lot of plays. So they're all the one, you know? They're all, in that moment in time, they're all special and what they're supposed to be. And ones, hopefully, knock wood, will keep coming.
Knock wood. Hey, knock wood. God bless you for what you've done. You put a lot of, you only have four IMDb credits. In a short time, you've made a lot of success in a very short time.
Well, thank you.
Yes, indeed, indeed. And when you went to school where?
I went to 2 schools. I have a BA in acting directing from Cal State LA, and then an MFA from Cal Arts.
Go ahead, girl. MFA?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go get that PhD.
Yeah. I don't think academia is for me, but I've had enough schooling. But the MFA program was at Cal Arts was really great. I studied with Susan Laurie Parks, and it was a really small program, and I'm still tight with most of the writers that were in that program.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Who are some of the famous poetess and playwrights that you admire?
Boy, that's a toughie. There are a lot, there are a lot of people I sort of gravitate towards. Off the top of my head, I always try to think of a play that's been significant to me is, oddly enough, Our Town.
Okay.
Yeah, for some reason that play has always spoke to me and is always something that I kind of go back to when I'm writing, when I'm thinking about work. Let me think, who else? Tennessee Williams, one of my favorite. Oh man, this is a hardie. Trying to think of poets that I like. I had a beat phase. I was really into the beats, Miri Baraka, those guys. Yeah, those. I'll stick with those for right now.
Yeah.
I'll just stick with those for right now.
All right. I'll follow that question with this question. Please, this is the question I have to ask you.
Okay.
What do you do when you get writer's block?
Oh. This is arrogant. I don't get writer's block.
Go ahead. Get arrogant.
I don't get, you just...
Right.
I try to write almost every day, and sometimes it goes really good, and sometimes it goes really bad, but sometimes it goes bad, and you just show up again the next day, and start again. It just doesn't, my brain doesn't work that way.
Okay. Can you ask me the same question, please?
What do you do when you get writer's block?
When I get writer's block, I sit there, look at it, pull my wallet out, look at the wallet, keep on going back to it.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, when you're doing it for, when it's
Gotta
very,
get that money, yes.
Right. That is the motivation.
Oh, yes, the big motivation, yes. My favorite color, green, yes. Now, 3 years after your first play, 2015, you got started with movies. Excess Flesh was the first movie. You got your first IMDb writer credit. Yeah.
It's a movie I wrote with Patrick Canale, who's an amazing director and theater artist, and we co-wrote a play together, Patty the musical, and so we decided to collaborate on this film, and it's a horror movie. It's a horror movie about a woman who is sort of dealing with self-esteem issues that go horribly, horribly wrong. Go horribly, horribly wrong. And it's sort of just a meditation about the pressures that women are under in terms of their appearance and how that essentially can drive a woman mad.
Yes.
Can drive a woman mad,
Yes.
yeah. And the horror of that, the horror of being a woman in society.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Guys whistle at pretty ladies, don't they?
They shouldn't, because that's foul.
Okay.
That's foul, yeah. We're people.
We're people, right.
We're people.
Right.
We like to just like live our lives. We're not here just for men to look at. I know, it's weird. It's weird. We have our own desires and our own interests in the world. It's
Go, lady,
crazy.
go.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
2016, you tried a TV miniseries documentary short, We've Been Around?
And that was with the director Reese Ernst, and it was about looking at different famous trans people in history.
Okay,
Yeah, that was really fascinating and lovely to work on, and Reese is really brilliant.
okay. 2018 to 2019, you did a movie called A Series of Unfortunate Events. What a title.
It's a TV show for
Okay.
Netflix, and it's based on the books by Lemony Snicket. And so it's a series of children's books about these very unfortunate orphans who are being pursued across the world by an evil count who wants their fortune. It was awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I saw the trailer. It reminded me of the Addams Family.
Yeah, well, Barry Sonnenfeld, who's one of the executive producers and directors, directed The Addams Family, the first one, so that just
Put his signature on it.
Yeah, yeah. So it's very dark and very lovely and twisted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
We got a short clip. Can you roll it?
Yeah, I want to see.
Where in the world have you been, and how did you get here?
It began when our parents told us to take a rickety trolley to Briny Beach.
I have some very bad news for you, children.
Your home was destroyed and you're orphans now.
We went to live with Count Olaf.
He threw Aunt Josephine to the leeches.
He conspired with Esme Squalor.
And Carmelia Spatz.
He kidnapped the Quagmire triplets.
He murdered Jacques Snicket in the village of Foul Devotees.
You can't prove that.
Baudelaire's, I need your help.
This is the most important mission in VFD history. Let's not hesitate.
Aye, aye.
You disappoint us, Olaf. The Baudelaire fortune is small potatoes. No, I'm pretty sure it's money.
Your submarine's ready.
I will end VFD once and for all. Come to Papa!
Wow, that was nice.
Yeah, thank you.
Very quick action. A lot of action in there. Oh yeah, you walk out with a headache. Boy, that was a lot of action in there. Yes, stay with it. You have a new play coming out.
Yes.
Talk about it, please.
All right. It's called Mama Metal.
Mama Metal.
And it opens Thursday, which I believe is the 23rd
Yes,
of
ma'am.
May, at the Atwater Village Theater, and it's directed by Dina Selenow.
Now, this is not just an opening. This is a world premiere.
Yes, it is the world premiere.
I know that makes you feel good.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's
Yeah.
really good.
You work for things like that, don't you?
Yeah. That is one reason to write a play, is to hopefully see it up and realized in the world. Yeah.
All right. Who's directing? Who's the storyline about?
The director is Dina Selenow, and the story is about a woman, Sterling Milburn, whose mother is dying of Lewy body dementia and Parkinson's, and it is about a ride through her grief as she tries to sort of wrestle with the fact that her mother is dying. And it's a comedy, and she is sort of coping with this tragic event by sort of envisioning her favorite heavy metal band and some titans of the American theater, Eugene O'Neill and Tennessee Williams.
Tennessee Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
How long will it take you to write that?
Oh boy. Maybe I've been workshopping it with IAMA for about 2 years, so about 2 years. Yeah.
Like movies, do you keep your plays, you write a play and then you put it on the shelf, and when it's right, the time is right, you bring it out. Is that how you do it?
No, I usually just write it and like send it out. Send it out to various theater companies, especially early in my career. I would just apply to every contest, every place that was like, well, take unsolicited scripts. So I would just write it and send it out, start the next one. Yeah.
Thank you. That's good advice.
Yeah.
There's a lot of writers out there watch this show, and they're always trying to figure out, how do I get my work out there?
You have to actually put it out there.
You got
Just
a
send
manager?
it. I have a manager and an agent, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And a publicist, of course. It's amazing. A lot of people we know don't have publicists. Yes, but they're trying to make it. That's okay. That's all right. The play itself lasts about how long?
It's the play runs for a month, and it's about an hour and 30 minutes.
With the intermission?
No intermission.
Ooh.
I'm not an intermission person.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
I'll keep that in mind.
I like my plays under 2 hours and no
Right.
intermission. Yeah.
That's a good attitude. You ain't leaving my play. You're going to sit right here and watch it.
Yeah, I like the accumulation of the action and
Yes.
the emotion to just come straight at you and then you're done.
How much is tickets and how can I get them?
You can go to iamatheater.com and you know, I actually don't know how much tickets are. I think they're like $20, but I'm actually not sure.
Okay.
I actually do not know.
You'll see me at the preview. I will be there.
Oh, thank you.
They gave me a ticket to come and see it.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a really, really exciting, beautiful show.
Amen.
Yeah, it's an exciting, beautiful show. I think people will be really surprised by it.
Mm-hmm. As a playwright, what's the most satisfaction that you get with what you do?
Finishing a play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, finishing it, yeah. The end of play thing, like having a thought and an idea and sort of seeing that all the way through to the end is the best part.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to be a director eventually?
No.
Why?
Because I like to write. I have no desire to do anything else.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I like to write.
Gotcha.
I don't like people management. I don't really like people very much. I'm a little introverted. So, yeah, writing suits my temperament very much.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I like what you said earlier when I asked you, what do you do in your free time? You said you read. I've always been told good writing, it comes from good reading.
Yeah, I think it could. Yeah. I think whatever, I mean, everybody's different. So whatever it takes to get the work out, I'm all for. But I like to read. So.
Gotcha. You go to some of those standard plays that have been around for a long, long time. You get ideas from them sometimes?
I get ideas from anything.
I heard you say that.
Yeah, I get ideas from anything. Yeah. The world is full of inspiration.
Yes. And when they announce your name, when you win that Tony, you're looking for that first Tony.
I'm not actually, and then this I don't mean to sound pretentious or anything, but it's really like awards. Not that they're meaningless, but if I don't know if I could write for that. I'm not writing for that. I'm like writing for myself and for, I guess, my muses. Whatever that thing in me that compels me to make stuff is what I'm writing for. So I'm not thinking about the outcome of it. I'm thinking about, is this play going to be good? Is this play going to sort of match the idea in my head? Am I sort of doing it justice and making it all that it wants to be in the world? Gotcha. And that's the most important thing. The most important. Awards, I mean, they're cool and they help you get work, which is awesome because that's how I pay rent. But I'm not writing stuff thinking I want to win a Tony or I want to win a thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I just want it to be good, and I don't want to, especially in theater, I don't want to waste anybody's time. Bad theater is for me, makes me rageful because it's such a hard thing to do. Such a hard thing to do. And so to like make stuff that's worthy of other people's time and talent and energy is sort of my main thing.
Gotcha. You got a great attitude. Great attitude.
Thank you.
I used to go on a lot of junkets, and one of the things, the expression they would have, a writer would write the play or write the movie, and then, as they say, hand the baby over to someone. How do you feel about that?
It's nice after a while, as long as you have the right people to take care of the baby. You know what I mean? Yeah. You want people that are on the same page with you about the play and are sort of in the same family, for lack of a better term. Yeah, but it's nice after a while. You're like, figure it out. I don't know. After a while, you can just kind of hand off the responsibility to other people, and that's really beautiful. Because
you got directors, as you know, who go in. I don't like this line. Let's change this line. Hurt you right here, doesn't it?
Yeah. That is not. And I actually, knock wood. That's not wood, but we'll pretend. I haven't worked with those directors. I've always had directors that are really respectful and like the play, come in liking the play, which is important.
Okay. One more time, can you tell us the date, place, and time of your play?
Yeah. So the play is Mama Metal, and it's at the Atwater Village Theater. It opens May 23rd. I'm just going to look at the paper for a second because I was trying not to look at the paper.
It's on the second page.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
There we go. I know who it's written by. So it's Mama Metal.
Mama Metal.
May 23rd. It opens. It runs to June 23rd. It's at the Atwater Village Theater.
Address?
I was going to say. Okay. So it's 3269 Casita Avenue in Los Angeles.
Okay.
And so Mama Metal, May 23rd, Atwater Village Theater.
Yes.
I Am a Theater Company producing. Dina Senlau directing, world premiere. Come see it.
Hey, may I have your right hand, please?
Yes, I had to think about that. It's so horrible.
Hold on to that for good luck. That's my trademark for good luck.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh.
And do me a favor, always, the ladies, we always bring up your
Oh,
flowers for the
thank
ladies.
you. Thank you very
Always
much.
a pleasure.
So nice.
Again, thank
It's
you
so
so
nice
much
to
for
meet
stopping
you.
by.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
having
publicist
me.
Lucy Pollock, and we'll
Lucy's
see you at the
awesome.
place.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Our next guest, she's not physically here in the studio with us. I met her a couple of days ago at the California African American Museum. Her name is April Rain. She is visiting us from, she lived, there's a picture of me and her right there, or you just missed it. She lives in D.C. She's visiting here in L.A. She has a renowned reputation as what they call an outside agitator. Now, this agitator, she's the one who challenged the lack of representation of people of color and marginalized communities since 2015. She calls her group Oscars So White. Roll it.
Oscar So White remains relevant to this day because until we are no longer talking about the first black cinematographer, the first marginalized anything, there will still be more need for diversity and inclusion within the entertainment industry.
What still has to be done, work that you need to do?
The work that I need to do is continue talking about the underrepresentation of marginalized communities in entertainment, and then what the industry needs to do is to change the gatekeepers or make them more open-minded so that more opportunities will happen for those from traditionally underrepresented communities.
You say you're an outside agitator. Could you explain that, please?
Sure. I am not part of the entertainment industry. I do not work for any particular network or studio. I consult with them on an outside temporary basis as necessary, and I think it's important that we have both outside agitators, people who are knocking on the door, kicking the door down, which I think sometimes helps those people who are inside who know what the issues are but need to show that there are people who actually care about these issues, and those people are the ones that are essentially paying their paychecks.
Most black actors and actresses that I know don't even worry about it. They say, look, don't give it to me because I'm black, give it to me because of my work. Your thoughts?
I think that's exactly right, that people should receive praise and validation for the work. The issue with that Oscar So White brings to the forefront is that not enough people are seeing the work because people are not getting those.
Let's go in. Okay, we had a little buffering problem there. That's modern television. But seriously, I really, really, really enjoyed talking with Attorney Raines, and we hope to see her again. Thank you for what you're doing. It's a needed job, and we thank you. Okay, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back in a little bit with our third guest today. The studio of Harvey Brandman Photography as an Artist, proud to offer you a $100 discount off any photo package valued at $300 or more. Now, Harvey has been in the business for nearly a quarter of a century, and he certainly knows how to take care of his customers. So please give him a call today at 818-954-9294. That's 818-954-9294. You'll be glad you did. And by the way, please tell Harvey that you heard about his offer right here on The Actor's Choice. Haiku, style, passion, heart. It's the latest release from author and attorney Ron Irwin. Now, the book was inspired by the author's first exposure to haiku well over a quarter century ago. This experience produced within him a deep passion to experience Asia, for which he later did as a U.S. Marine. The book is available in paperback at lulu.com. That's lulu.com. And Irwin says he'll give 20% of his net book sales split evenly between the veterans of foreign wars and Vietnam veterans of America. Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule. It's a new book from author Larry Buford. It's a historical and faith-based account of how what we do and follow today will affect us tomorrow. The author also calls it an adventure for those who want to travel back through time. The book is now available in paperback for only $17.95 from Amazon, so please get your copy today. And now, a word from State Farm agent Carla Green. Roll video.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle? A combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more. Because the State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Let me help you with that. Give me a call. State Farm agent Carla Green, 213-239-9675. I look forward to speaking with you.
Thanks, Carla. And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. For more information, call 213-239-9675. That's 213-239-9675. Ladies and gentlemen, today is the day. As my mama used to say, son, today is the day. My mother would always say that. It's the day when we announce the winners of the Actors' Choice giveaway. Now, first, we want to sincerely wish to thank all the people who entered the contest, answering questions about various entertainment headlines, actors, films, TV shows, and guests on this show. So, without further ado, our third prize winner, Shima Jones Strickland of Los Angeles, California. Our second prize winner, Sammy Chang of New York, New York. Drum roll, and the grand prize winner, Paula Amir of San Luis Obispo in California. We congratulate all the winners. Keep watching us for more prize events. We got a few on the stove that we're looking at. And remember, the Actors' Choice, we thank you, because without you, we're nothing. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen the hit play, Just Old Men Talking, well, here's the final chance to see this award-winning play by Grady L. Mackey III. Directed by my old friend Sharon L. Grain, Just Old Men will be seen on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, May 24th, 25th, and 26th at the Willie A.G. Playhouse inside Inglewood's Edward Vincent Park. For more information, please call 310-412-5451. That's 310-412-5451. Thanks. And if you want to put something on our show about what you're doing, just let us know. Call me at 323-533-1036. Our rates are very, very choosy, very interesting. They're not high, but at least give us a call. That's 323-533-1036. Thank you.
There's only one blood, cause it ain't no sense in us trampling on the stones. It's us, down to the bone. Blood is thick, waters were known well, cousins were kept apart, mothers were often memories. Fathers were not favorites on the farm, for he could do some harm, he could wreck the master scheme, for he, brothers could dream. Your mama ain't no saint, your daddy died in a shallow stream, but your uncle Dr. King did have a dream, my brother. And what is your real excuse? Why can't you study your lesson?
Homeboy by Sunji Ali. Welcome to the Coleman Report. May the peace and blessings of the life-giving creative spirit be upon you and upon your family. My name is Melvin Ishael Johnson, coming at you live from Morris Media Studio. Our calling number is 1-323-293-3375. Give us a call.
Our third guest today is a multi-talented individual. He's an actor. He hosts a TV show, which you just saw. He writes and acts and plays. He's a busy guy. So let's go and meet Melvin Ishael Johnson. Melvin, good to see you again, man.
Glad
Always
to
a
be
pleasure.
here.
Known this young man for a long, long time. Admired him from afar, because when I see a lot of people just talk, this man does. He does not talk about it. How do you describe yourself?
How do I, from an artistic point of
Yes.
view, as a writer, a playwright within the orbit of theater, I consider myself a playwright.
Okay. All right. Because you always doing something. You always got to play here. You got to play there. Now, you founded several organizations. I want to go through them real quickly. Drama Stage Quorum Veterans Theater Workshop. You did that one?
Yeah, Drama Stage Qumran Theater Workshop for Veterans. We train veterans for jobs in the as stage managers. Yeah, we think that's the best entry into the world of theater around here in Los Angeles. There's always a need for stage managers, and stage manager is the best position to learn all of the other components of theater. Mm-hmm.
Well, as a veteran myself, I thank you, and I speak for a lot of veterans. Thank you for what you're doing, because when you come out of the military, you don't have a job. You have skills that you can't use out here. I mean, people don't walk around with rockets on them. Most people I know don't walk around like that. But being able to train people to get into a good field, a proud field, it's a professional field, and make a living. Thank you very, very much for what you've been doing in that area. Thank you. Now, you've done a lot of plays yourself. Give us a little rundown on some of them, please.
Well, we've done, with Drama Stage Qumran, we started working in the downtown Skid Row area to call attention to the homeless situation that you have here in Los Angeles.
Thank you.
We did a play called Surviving the Nickel. The Nickel is 5th Street that runs through Skid Row. That's one of the first plays we did with Drama Stage. Also did a play called The Emperor's Last Performance. I wrote that play directed by Ben Guillory and
Mr. Roby.
Produced by the Roby Theater Company in 2011. And it's about the first famous black actor in the United States. And his name was Charles Sidney Giplin. He's the one that was in Eugene O'Neill's play that made him famous called The Emperor Jones. And that was the first play that had over 200 performances on Broadway. But he ran, what would make it so significant in black theater history is that Giplin was one of the first one to object to the use of the N-word. See, they was dealing with the use of the N-word in theater and entertainment in the 20s, and the play, The Emperor Jones, used the word 28 times. So he confronted O'Neill about it. He ended up losing his job. He fired Giplin, brought in Paul Robeson. That's how Robeson rose to the top.
I see.
Yes. So that play was about that. It deals with Robeson, Giplin, Burt Williams, Anita Bush, early people in black theater history. And then I did another play called Catch the Tag, which is one of my favorite plays, and that was about J. Edgar Hoover's first major case in the United States. It was to neutralize Marcus Garvey and the Universal Negro Improvement Association.
Okay.
And that was a code name that he used for Marcus Garvey and all of the intelligence report. He called him the Tag. And he would always give a code name to the quarry in which he hoped to catch. Later on, he would call Dr. King's code name was Zorro, you know, the famous character like that. And then I did a play about I'm working on 2 particular plays now that's dear to me. Play about my hometown in the Mississippi Delta. I'm from the Mississippi Delta, you know. Come out of a military family of 7 brothers, 2 sisters. 6 of us served in the military, all of us.
What branch were you in?
Marines.
Oh.
Yeah, Marines.
Yes.
During the Vietnam period.
Yes.
I did a play about my hometown historic high school called Coleman High School. And it was one of the high schools in which 2 major events happening in history. Number one, it was a high school. It was the high school and town that were responsible for the majority of African Americans moving from the Republican Party to the Democratic Party, about what happened down there. And it also laid the foundation for what is known as the Coleman Report. A lot of people have never heard of that. That laid the foundation for desegregation all over the United States. And then the play that I'm working on now is about who I consider Los Angeles' greatest playwright. And they realized that later on.
Yes.
It's a brother named Lynn Manning, and he founded the Watts Village Theater Company here, wrote 19 plays, all about Los Angeles.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
There's a uniqueness about Lynn Manning. Can you talk about that for a second, Joe?
The uniqueness about Lynn Manning was the fact that he was a blind playwright.
Yes,
he was a great artist all the way up until age 23, and he got shot by a stranger at a bar in Hollywood. And after that, he remade himself, became a great poet, playwright, actor, won all kind of awards, founded the Watts Village Theater Company,
yes.
which I thought was what makes it so important is at that particular time, Lynn was, and Quinn Drew and others was trying to create a harmonious relationship between the Hispanic population and the African American population of Watts. Mm-hmm.
I spent a little time with Lynn. I would drive him from where you guys at or drive wherever he wanted to, take him to his hotel where he used to live at, and just talk with him. He had such a mind, such a mind.
Mm-hmm.
God, I'm sorry he's gone.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for doing that play. Now, speaking of Lynn Manning, there is another event coming up in June. Can you tell us about that, sir?
What's coming up in June is known as the Hollywood Fringe Festival. This is where they have numerous plays all throughout Hollywood. And our play is called A Voice from the Village. That's the name of the play about Lynn Manning. And we have 5 performances at the New American Theater. Yeah, which is up in Hollywood.
Right.
New American Theater up in Hollywood, 1312 North Wilton Place up in Hollywood.
Thanks, Gabe.
We have 5 performances there starting June the 14th, 15th, 16th, 21st, and 22nd
Okay.
there. Mm-hmm.
All right. We got a little video, a little teaser. We'd like to show it. Roll it, please.
Quick change artist extraordinaire. I whip out my folded cane and change from black man to blind man with a flick of my wrist. It is a profound metamorphosis from God-gifted wizard of round ball dominating backboards across America to God-gifted idiot savant composer pounding out chart busters on a cockeyed wind. From sociopathic gangbanger with death for eyes to all-seeing soul with saintly spirit. From rape-deranged misogynist to poor motherless child. From welfare-rich pimp to disability-rich gimp. And from white man's burden to every man's burden. It is always a profound metamorphosis, whether from cursed by man to cursed by God, or from scriptures condemned to God ordained. My final form is never of my choosing. I only wield the wand. You are the magicians.
Thank you. That is an event we should all, I hope a lot of people will go, get tickets, see it, get information. It's one of those events you want to be at. Anyone who knew Lynn Manning knew, never did figure out what he died from. He was just so young.
Yeah.
How old was he when he died?
55.
55.
Mm-hmm.
That's young.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still got his diapers on. You never know. Still young, seriously. Oh, well. You developed the anti-violence situation coping group. Tell us a little bit about that, sir, with the world being as it is today.
Well, you know, my interest in theater is to laid a foundation to reestablish the foundation for a national black theater company that they started working on in the late 30s, but they could never put it together because of the conflict that developed between the playwrights, between the actors. Actors thought it should be built around the actors. Most theater people thought it should be built around the playwrights.
Gotcha.
And so actors went their direction, and we never developed that, even though we had some of the best minds that put it together, like W.B. Du Bois, Hubert Harrison, Nita Bush, Theophilus Lewis. They put the theory together for us. So Minds, a national black theater company, is based upon two models that I developed as a foundation.
Okay.
It's called the Nasana model and the community theater model.
Okay.
And the anti-violence situation coping group is the foundation, it's the last element of each one of these models. The Nasana model takes its name from the first letters of 6 concepts working in the spirit of harmony to impact the violence in the individual, home, school, and community.
Yes.
And that's nutrition, exercise, spirituality, one-on-one needs fulfillment, and the anti-violence situation coping group. Now, the community theater model is the harmonious integration of 7 components working in the spirit of harmony to present theater to the community under a national theater format situated in 24 areas of the United States of America, named in honor and after Charles Sidney Gibson. It should be named after him. Right. And that is the word, the artist, the audience, the drama stage group, which is the back of the house, front of the house, Young People's Theater Company, a dance company, and the Anti-Violence Situation Coping Group, which is a foundation for both of these models.
Got you. See, that's the power that you playwrights have. You guys and lady, y'all have that kind of power. Write a play, it's put on a stage, in a community, anywhere. People get a messages, a lot of them. There's a lot of responsibility for you guys, the power of the pen.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the major weakness is the reason that we've never been able to achieve that goal since the late 40s is because at that particular time, you had 2 strong organizations. You had the Black Theater, which was emerging, and you had the Black Church. But see, the Black Church is a decentralized organization.
Right.
And the Black Theater is based upon centralization, which equates to unity.
Right.
And there's a big need for that because all over the country, especially in black communities, areas like Los Angeles, a big need for after-school programs.
Yes.
As an extension of the whole educational system that we have here in Los Angeles. Yeah, and that's the missing element from that national company. If we had had that national company in the 40s, if they had went in the right direction, then we would not only would we be writing our own stories, but we would have a stronger impact in all of the other media, television, stage, etc. The emerging things that we see happening on the web now.
Amen.
We've been right in the middle of that.
Right. Amen.
And you can't be right in the middle of that unless you create your own stories about your own community. And see, we haven't been able to achieve that yet.
Right. He's been on his show, James Burks, I'm talking about, the Vision Theater. Right now they're going through a massive renovation. And what they're planning, I'm on that committee, what they're planning to do every year that the National Black Theater Festival is not happening, they're going to have another festival. So every year you have a continuation of black theater, a continuation all the time. And it's people like yourself and Sigrid and other people who work definitely hard to get that information out there. I can't say a lot. I just got a few more minutes. How do you get financial assistance for all the projects that you do?
We believe what I do is it's something like, one of the early founders in Los Angeles was a lady named Betty Mason.
Betty Mason,
the first black millionaire here, ex-slave. And she had this whole thing about you can start off with the hand like this, but somewhere down the line, you got to flip that hand over all these nonprofit organizations, they stay like this. You go somewhere over a period of time, you got to flip it over, so you're doing that to the community. So we're not interested in grants. I figure one of the reasons in developing these two models is to become self-sufficient and to help support help the drama part of it, support the social Qumran part of the community.
Yes.
You know, so we don't even reach. I think that's a drawback to be. It's an extension of the welfare system to me.
Gotcha. You've been in this business a long time. Talk about some of the changes that you've seen in the business itself.
In theater?
Yes.
Well, I think the biggest business that we're seeing in theater is something that go all the way back to what Carter G. Woodson said in his great book, The Miseducation of the Negro. It's a stratification. We keep losing this. Okay. I'll hold it for a while.
Okay.
It's a stratification between the upper elite in the black community and the masses of community members. And I think we really see that in Los Angeles because we got that big problem down there called Skid Row, you know, with 90% African American, you know, in the city, wealthy city like Los Angeles. We got to figure out some kind of way for the elite in this country, in this city, the black elite, to solve that problem. And it's up to the black elite to be at the forefront of solving what's happening in Skid Row. But that's the biggest change I've seen. I've seen them move into different directions. You know, that elite, small elite, get richer and richer, and they move farther and farther away from the masses of the people that they're supposed to help.
Okay. One more time, can you tell us about the upcoming event? The
upcoming event is about Lynn Manning, Voice from the Village, coming at the New American Theater, Friday, June the 14th, Saturday, June the 15th, Sunday, June the 16th, following weekend, 21st, 22nd. Excellent cast, Gary Robinson, Jonathan Wynn, Charlotte Plummer, great dancer, Charlotte Williams, and Raquel Russell. Is a cast in this. And I play a little small part in this.
Small part, yeah. Small part, big small part. There is, before we leave, there is one thing that we want to quickly talk about. There was an Actors Day here in LA. You were part of that. Can we put that slide up for just a second? Because there's a lady in that picture that I want everybody to see. Who's that lady in the middle?
Pepper
J. Pepper J.
Yeah.
I used to work with that lady. Everything that I've done in this business, I owe it to that lady right there. She opened up a lot of doors for me and for a lot of other people. When I saw her picture and I knew you were coming, I said, if I knew you was coming, I'd have baked the cake. I said to myself, let's make sure we talk about Pepper J.
Yeah, that's when we was performing the Rover Theater production of The Magnificent Dunbar Hotel, written by Levy Lee Simon, directed by Ben Guillory. I had a part in there. I played Lennox, the bartender, in that. Really enjoyed it. And she came out and made a little short film, interviewed everybody. It was a great experience.
I owe that lady a lot. Every time I see her, we've had her on the show a couple of times, and just a marvelous, marvelous. She's living near Las Vegas right now, and we keep in touch. We still keep in touch, but that's the lady who opened the doors for me. You know, one of the things, and I'm glad that people can hear us say this, because it's people who know people in this town. It's who you know in this town. You got friendships all over the place. You know him, you know her, she knows you, who knows somebody, and that's how we make it. That's what I love about this business. So when we do this show, The Actor's Choice, it gives us a great opportunity to let people know about what's in the community. Can I have your right hand, please, sir? I'd like to once again give you one of those silver dollars. Hold on to it for good luck.
I'll hold on
Melvin,
to it.
I love you like a brother, man. Thank you so much, Sigrid. Thank you so very, very much for coming down today. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so very, very much. I want to say thank you to, where's those guys I want to say thank you to? Yeah. A special thanks to our sponsors, Harvey Brandman Photography as an Art, Ron Irwin's Haiku Style, Passion, Heart, Larry Buford's Book to the Future, Time Travel, Message in a Capsule, and State Farm agent Carla Green. Much, much thanks to our guest today, playwright Sigrid Gilmer, Oscar So Wright, April Rain, and actor, writer Melvin Ishmael Johnson. Love to have you all back again, and thank you so much for coming today. And thanks to our ever-growing audience, because without them, we wouldn't be who we are today. Take care.